Seneca Hampton. Where you at, boss?
On the field.
What's up, man?
Oh man,
what a night, huh? What a night, man. What a night, man. Hey, Gaucher giving folks heart attacks. Ocean Springs, George County, everybody giving heart attacks. It's only people handling business tonight is Picayune, Pascagoula.
Yes, I watched Pascagoula. That was.
Shout out to Jared Loper, man, for setting a record tonight. Most interception return for a touchdown in a single game. Shout out to Jared Loper Jr.
And he scored a touchdown.
He scored 3.
He had the 2 pick six, and then he rushed for a touchdown. I was watching that game till it wasn't a game, so I was watching the other games that were very interesting. Gulfport. So I never like to bring up the referees, never. But man, it's just so hard. In the Gulfport game when they had that, it looked like Gulfport's ball, and they said he was down. And then Ocean Springs, you were there at Ocean Springs.
Man, that was a good game. Oh my God.
So that's what I put on X. I said finish it. They had the lead last time on him, and all of a sudden here come Northwest Rankin. But then some of the they're at the end. You were there. What? Like I said, you can hear in that replay. I've recorded the video, and that the announcer on there, not Jeff, the other one, was saying you give them 3 minutes. Yeah, it was like, come on, let's run the play. But it was so much back and forth.
Northwest Rankin, they they had to take the sore loser approach, and had to start a melee. I guess they thought the Greyhounds was soft because didn't know them boys jumped on. Hey man,
you don't like to see.
This is the second year in a row I done had to get in between a melee and break up fights. Man, I'm too old for this stuff, man.
It is. That was crazy. Like I said, they had nothing to play for. It was just
baseline. Them boys got baseline.
Several calls. With Ocean Springs, I thought he scored when they marked him down at the 1 yard line when he caught that diving pass into the end zone. Then the next play, he fumbles the ball. But they said he went over the goal line, so it kind of worked out there. But that was a crazy sequence there for Ocean Springs.
Man, shout out to Connor White. Former quarterback Connor White, who's then switched over in the middle of the season to safety. He made the game-saving interception at the end of the game. And what's crazy, man, I'm recording on the sideline with him. I'm talking to him, and I'm talking to Connor. I'm like, hey, man, I said, he was saying he wanted an interception because we were talking about how hard he been hitting. And it was like, but I got to give me an interception. I said, you finna get it right now, watch. Man, wasn't that dry. That man went caught that interception in the back of the end zone to seal the game. Oh my God, man, we went crazy, boy. Hey, that was a fun game. I love high school football. I love it.
Yeah, and it really, like I said, shouldn't have come down to that because the quarterback fumbled the ball. And they said he was throwing it. It was like,
hey, man, them folk rob, man. Them referees, I don't know where they got them
from Hattiesburg, but I don't. Yeah. Again, but I don't like to bring up the referees.
I do, because them folks, they look, man. It's if everybody can see it, you can't help but But I get it. As a referee, you got to stick to what you call because you don't want to look like an idiot. But the man clearly fumbled the ball. Like Ray Charles could have seen that. He blind, crippling, and dead. You know, and he could have seen that.
Yeah, that's what that was bad. And like I said, they even go back to the Gulfport game where they got the ball and the referees pointed to Gulfport direction, and then all of a sudden they huddled up and they changed the call. I mean, it took a few minutes to change the call, and Gulfport unfortunately, ended up losing that game. That was a disappointment there, but Coach Bramlett gets his first win. Coach Aycock from Stone gets his first win as far as playoff win. Mm-hmm. So running
Ray
through
got his first win as head coach in the playoff with George County. Shout out to Coach Ray and the Rebels. Yeah. Now we got to go to Picayune next week.
Oh, yeah, because George County goes to Picayune next week. And
they going to get them this time, man. Hey, man, this is get-back season. You see Ocean Springs getting they get-back on everybody that got them in the regular season. They got Northwest ringing back. Now next week they get Oak Grove back.
Oak Grove, 30-24 against Biloxi. That wasn't,
It started out, from what I was looking, like Biloxi were hanging in there for a minute.
They were. It was 20-13 at halftime. And then it ended up 34-20. Oak Grove, beat Biloxi. Brandon, Diveville took the lead. I was watching that stream. They first points of the game. They ended up losing. Diveville lost at Brandon 43-28. So it wasn't a big blow, blowout. Yeah. The other games down in 4A, I knew it was going to be a close game. As I'm not going to predict games no more because I'm in playoffs. I just don't like predicting playoff games because I don't know both teams. But I had it at a 4-point win for Columbia. Well, Poplarville did what they needed to do and won 21-20 over Columbia. So they move on next week. That is Poplarville. And the 5A South, Brookhaven defeats Van Cleve. I have that 28-7 there. Stone, I was watching that game. It was 7-0 for the most part, and they held on late to win 17-14 over Florence. So Stone should go to Brookhaven next week. And then, of course, Gaucher, that was crazy there. They were tied with 4 minutes left to go in the game or so. They ended up winning 36-30. Gaucher did, but that was.
You see what I be talking about? How they give me cardiac arrest, man. Gaucher always do this to me. That's why it's hard, man. Like, it's hard being a super fan.
So 19 straight home games, and as long as they're in the playoffs, they're gonna host at home Gaucher. But you would think, man, this is their year. What's that?
I said Gaucher and Ocean Springs. They got a clear ride all the way through the rock. And Picayune, yeah.
Yeah, Picayune. So, and then that was in 6A. We just mentioned George County wins at West Jones 26-22. And Hattiesburg takes out Hancock 48-14. Pascagoula shuts out Terry 41-0. And Picayune beats Pearl River Central 48-7. So 14 teams played tonight from the coast. We knew 13 could make it. So that was, we had, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 out of 13, that's more than half that made it through for the coast. So
I think everybody who I said were going to win won. And everybody who won.
What? You said all the coast teams are going to win. So.
Yeah, everybody, yeah.
Well, not all the coast teams. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Now, when you asked me about certain games, and I was just like, man, I'm riding with the coast on that.
That's what, yeah. And I didn't even add up to see who I won or lost. Because, again, I said Poplarville, I hope they win, and they did win. So,
won,
and George County, I said George County, George County could win.
I told you they were gonna win. Did I not tell you they were gonna win, man?
You said that. You said about 40. So you got it wrong.
All I know is they were gonna win. I said George County was gonna win.
You always got to say by 40. So I know.
No. I said Goshen was gonna win by 40. I said George County was gonna win.
Yes, I said if Deuce, and I haven't seen really any highlights, but I saw the one. I think you shared it. It was one pass play that if Deuce is upright and he can, again, he showed it, so he won, and that is great that they were able to get that win. So I mean, just
watching WLOA Friday Night Showcase, and I'm looking at Daryl Smith Robo. Oh my God! Oh my goodness, Lord have mercy, Pete. This is crazy.
Yeah, unfortunately, somebody got hurt at the very beginning of that game, and they had to actually bring an ambulance out there. I don't know who it was, but I done dropped them.
Ooh, Goshen got them great jerseys on with the blue pants. I can't believe we let Natchez come down here and play with us like that, man. What we got going on?
Yeah, I haven't seen any highlights.
I'm watching the news right now. The Friday Night Showcase on WLOX.
Yeah, I don't have my TV on. I was watching actually Netflix, waiting for Mike Tyson to come on.
Did it ever come on?
No, he's still not on. They're gonna milk it and play it like at midnight or something like that. But
look at Trey Ball. Yeah. I knew I was gonna watch that. Be able to watch that once we. I said we're gonna have this show done, and I'm gonna still be able to watch Mike in time.
Yes. So it was again a great win. Again, 7 coast teams are moving on. Unfortunately, again in the 7A class, just the one team, Ocean Springs, will host Oak Grove next week. Gulfport had it there. I know I was talking to Boz via text, and he was telling me to score. I was watching the live stream, and they had a shot there at the end. He threw it in the end zone, and it was obviously incomplete. But it was a tough loss there for Coach Pennock. Still looking for his first playoff win as a Gulfport Admiral. But Coach Pennock, we'll see what he comes back with.
Hey man, Gula good, man. I'm looking at this highlight. Gula is good, man. Oh my God, them boys is showing out, man.
Terry was had some stack formation. They lined the center up and lined everybody behind the center, and then broke it. And then they moved everybody to the right side and put the center as the only person in the center, and everybody to the right. They ran some crazy formations there, but Goshen stopped them when I was watching it. But I ended up stopped watching it because they were, hence the 41-0 win, Pascagoula. Now Pascagoula, I believe, do they go to Hattiesburg?
Yeah, I think so, because Hattiesburg just beat Hancock.
Yeah. I want to say
they was a 2 seed though, so I don't know.
No, yeah, I don't think that they're going to go to.
They probably go to because Oak Grove. No, that's 7.
Let me see if I can
pick if the 3 seed. So the 4 seed is gone. 3 seed is there. And 1 seed is there. The 2 seed. I don't know.
2 seed plays the worst seed. So
and they gone. That was Hancock.
Let me see if I can. I knew I should. I thought I had it up here. Let me see.
Yeah, Hattiesburg beat Hancock 48-14. Hey, that was a shot. Hey, Stone came through with that, but they knocked out Florence. Florence is pretty good.
Yeah, they were both even. I mean, they came in evenly, and they was 7-0, at halftime, and then Stone and even Florence came back late, and it took a defensive stop. So Coach Adcock got his first playoff win. He didn't make the playoffs last year. I'm trying to bring up the.
They said my boy Tavares said that Pascagoula is going to Hattiesburg. Hey,
that's what I thought.
Y'all knocked them boys out for a round last year, man. You can do it again now. Don't think it can't be done.
I'm bringing it up here. So, as you said, Hattiesburg, yes, and George County, we already know that. So it's down to the Final Four. George County at Picayune and Pascagoula at Hattiesburg. And like I say, if Picayune hosts, if they win, if some reason they lose and Pascagoula wins and Pascagoula will host George County, but that's still a little bit to go there. And that is in the 6A. The 7A, we already know Ocean Springs will host Oak Grove, and then Brandon will host Petal. And then the winner between Ocean Springs and Oak Grove, will play in Ocean Springs. That is because the South teams host this year, for those who did not know. In the 5A, we all know it goes through Gaucher. They survived tonight. And Wayne County did beat South Jones. That was kind of surprised there, 42-14.
So South and West Jones got beat.
So Wayne County will come back to Gaucher. They just beat Wayne County a few weeks ago. Yeah. That is Gaucher. So Gaucher will host Wayne County, and Stone will travel to Brookhaven, the number 1 seed, the region winner from the North Half. I say North Half, Region 3. And so then again, Gaucher will play Stone or Brookhaven as long as they can get by Wayne County. Wayne County's surging.
They surging
in games. Their season was not as planned, but hey, when you're peaking in the playoffs, and they beat 42-14.
Yeah, they last loss was against D'Iberville. No. Did they beat D'Iberville? No, yeah, D'Iberville beat them. That was their last loss, and after that, them boys been on a tear.
So we have in the 4A, we mentioned Poplarville now has played in the first points of the game on our pregame show. I told you they have played. Let me see here, how many one-score. They played 6. Now they play 7 one-score games. They've won 6 out of 7 one-score games, and they did it tonight, 21-20 over Columbia. I thought they may have trouble at Columbia with their passing game, but I haven't seen any highlights. I heard Keys was supposed to play tonight, the running back who's missed the majority of the
whole season.
Yeah, he's had like 11 carries, I heard, or 17 throughout these last few games, but I'm not sure if Keys played tonight. Regardless, Poplarville wins. Poplarville now will go to play Macomb. Will play at Macomb, it appears here. So that's
Coach still got something to say, is what you're saying, huh?
Yeah, 7 teams. We got 1 in 7A. We have 3 teams in 6A. We have 2 teams in 5A and the 1 team in 4A. So
I got what, 1 in 7A?
I got 1 in 7A. Unfortunately, it's Ocean Springs. Gulfport had their shot. Biloxi played good.
Yeah, they did. They started out real good. I was impressed with Biloxi. They started out real good.
Yeah, Coach Dubuisson in his first. So I look for a lot of improvement from Biloxi.
Give them 2 years. I give Coach Dubos 2 years, man. Next year, Gulfport gonna be real good. Give Coach Dubos 2 more years, and Biloxi gonna be ready. He gotta get it. It's just like college, man. You gotta let them coaches get in there and get they
Yeah, it is. You got to, and they work with the junior high and, bring up the players there. We know that with Ocean Springs, all the teams do it. So, like I say, Gulfport, that's why I wrote in my original write-up with Gulfport and their game was that they're 1 more year away. Of course, and I had them losing, and then I switched, I had them winning, but like I say, I'm not really going to predict any playoff games. I stick with my regular season game. Playoff games are, I say, a little bit harder, and then they're non-coast teams. So it's hard enough to pick non-region games when you have non-coast teams. So
Jackson County is winning. I think we only had 1 team from Jackson County lose. That was the Bulldog. Other than that, everybody else from Jackson County that was in the playoffs won.
Yep, they did. Like I say, with Coach Bramlett, watching that interview after the win, he hated to come to that. And again, you were there, and the unfortunate brawl there because Northwest, loses, and it was just a crazy game there, all the way around. As far as again the referees, I hate to even mention them, but some of the calls was just crazy there. But some great performances tonight. Like I say, Loper, Salas quarter. I tell you, Pascagoula, that's why I predicted them to win the region. They just fell short against Picayune. But now they'll really be tested as they'll go play at Hattiesburg, which they beat Hattiesburg, but this ain't the same Hattiesburg team.
No. I think
but
Gula match up with them boys perfectly.
They do.
I'm trying to tell you, this gonna be the L for Hattiesburg that they left in the regular season.
They do. Pascagoula, I always said they are a well-rounded team on defense, offense. And again, as even without, we keep on bringing up Purnell. I mean, he, out for the season, unfortunately.
But you get Jerry Loper stepping up doing what he do.
And the overall, the series is 27-26 with one tie with Hattiesburg leading. But Pascagoula has won 4 straight games against them from 2019-20, 2 games in 20. Of course, one of them was a second-round playoff. And then last year, they beat them 7-6 in the first round at Hattiesburg. So, but Coach Sims, I mean, again, I believe he's ready to take the Panthers back to the state championship game. But
hey, man, look, man, I don't know if you know, but Coach High and Coach Sims, they getting up there, so retirement is looming. And what better way to go out with some hardware on, and they can do it this year together and under one school district. The PGSD school district got the possibility of hoisting up both the 5A and 6A state championship. If that was that's a movie. That's a movie.
It is, but of course, I see Picayune back there raising their hand, saying, "Hey, you got to come through us."
I said if. Damn, Picayune. I said if it was a fifth way, I would be drunk.
So, but yeah, Pascagoula, hey, the second, just like George County now gets a second chance.
Come on,
Picayune.
Hey, look at Gulfport. I mean, look at Ocean Springs with their second time. They got their get back when August ranking, and they said they're looking for Oak Grove next week. Coach Bramlett philosophy of the tough schedule stuff is working.
So maybe that try to beat a team for a second time, he's always here. It's kind of hard to do. You have to learn from it. We'll see if George County, can beat Picayune next week in Picayune. As Picayune defeats Pearl River Central, they got in the playoffs first time since 2015. Coach Feaster, a great job there. 48-7, Picayune defeats PRC.
They coming. PRC coming. Get Coach Feaster give them some time to build. They coming. Hey, shout out to George County, man. They went up there and did that, man. Shout out.
It's and so it is. You hear it all the time. In fact, Bruce Thornton, the 228 Sports on his podcast, he said no, we don't want to go. We don't want to play any sport in so. More or less football. I've been to So-So a couple of times back when I was calling high school football. And, Bruce, I'm sure, is excited, obviously, that he wants to call some more games. And we'll have another game to call there with Deuce Knight, as he had him on the podcast this past week, along with Trey Irving and Silas Corder and Kobe King from Greene County.
Yeah,
so maybe
shout out to Bruce Thornton.
Yeah, maybe he needs to have him on again this week to keep the trend going. Had those quarterbacks, Trey won, Silas won, Deuce won. Yeah. Unfortunately, of course, Kobe King, was out the week before.
Yes, Mr. Football. Put some respect on Kobe.
That is
football.
I share his highlights. I know he's not a coach team, but still a great kid there for highlights. I don't know him personally, but I share his highlights across all the social media to get them.
We cover Greene County. They're a close team to me. Like they are closer than Picayune. They closer than PRC. They closer than Hancock. I don't know why they not listed as a close team.
Because I share their highlights. I follow their Facebook page. I'll share it. I follow Coach King on there and what he had that. Weeks ago with his son, as when he was a younger kid and, as a quarterback, now he's done with high school football. And that's why I say you got to take it all in each and every week. These seniors, a lot of seniors played their last game tonight, obviously on the losing team. So, but that is the, like I say, the final score. But Ocean Springs, Coach Bramlett getting his first playoff win in his second season, defeated Northwest Rankin 24-17, and that was a slow scoring game. It was 10-7 Northwest Rankin at halftime. That's what I was writing down. Let me see here. And Northwest Rankin went to their backup quarterback. I believe he got hurt, the starter.
Yeah, he
Was
got
that
he
Lucas? Lucas, how you say his last name? He had that.
Sinopoli.
Sinope, yep. He had the first play of the second half. They threw it behind the running back, and everybody kind of stood around. Well, you were there. I'm telling you, he scooped and scored, the junior. So, I mean, that was awesome there. You know, and then, like you said, the game-winning interception there at the end. And then an unfortunate little fisticuffs. Hopefully nobody gets taken out, you know, Ocean Springs-wise, because, of course, Northwest is done. But, you know, sometimes
baseline. That's what they hit. They at the baseline.
They'll have some players get suspended. You know, if hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully it won't be the case.
Oh, hey man, he clearly snuck the kid. Man, he grabbed the kid, the Northwood Rank kid, grabbed the OS kid, snatched his helmet off, spiked it on the ground. When he spiked it, another kid came from behind him and snuck the kid from Ocean Spring without his helmet on and punched him. Like, man, it happened in real time. It happened so fast. They had that was premeditated. Like, because it happened so fast. Like,
and that's why I want, you know, with calling JUCO football this year that I can remember, you know, calling for Gulf Coast, the teams, they didn't let the teams shake hands after the game. And I know Coach Bramlett, you know, even said that in the post game, you know, with one team have nothing to play for, you know, and you let team players shake hands. So maybe you hate to see that. I mean, you want them to, it's a game, you know, but I know emotions are part of it, and their season is done. They had a chance right there. They really shouldn't have had a chance, but they did. That is Northwest Rankin with that fumble from the quarterback. That was a fumble, and they said it was a pass. And then they give them, like I said, like at least 2-3 minutes to get a play, because they added 0.2 of a second to the clock to run this play. And they came out there, and you see the video I recorded. That was a crazy play, and they had two defenders over there. I thought it was just one, you know, try to isolate them over there to the right. That's why they put all the players to the left. That is Northwest Rankin, you know, right at the 6-yard line. And, you know, it was just a game of back and forth, you know, like I mentioned earlier with the Ocean Springs wide receiver. I don't know which one it was, caught it in the end zone, I thought, and they marked it at the 1-yard line.
That was Bryson Smith. Bro, I would. It looked like he was in the end zone, but luckily one of the camera guys from the news was there, and he took a picture and he caught it, showing where his knee was down at the one. Otherwise, I would not believe it.
Okay, so like I say, that's why I hate to bring in anything with the referees, because they try to do their best.
Yeah, but it was a good call.
You see how the next play happened, because the running back went into the goal line and he fumbled right at the goal line. You know, so you don't ever know what's going to happen the next play. And actually, they called it a touchdown.
You got it. I wish y'all can hear the coaches.
Yeah. In fact, I was at the first. Well, I've been on high school sidelines. I know that. And then
I'm talking about everybody else is watching.
But then my first time this past year on JUCO sideline, where we always call Gulf Coast. Well, we didn't call the Colin game. Yeah. And I'm on the sideline for JUCO. It's the same thing as high school, just about a little bit more. But I mean, besides the language, but I mean, some of this stuff is crazy. And I looked at, man, I usually try to go to a South State game, especially if there's just one on the coast. Right. I will go physically to the game and be there on the sideline.
This is looking like 2 years ago again, Matt, when we had all them teams in South State that year, man. Like, I think me and you ended up on the sidelines of we were South State and State together, I think. Yeah, Picayune and Gaucher.
Yeah, I didn't make it to I didn't make it to that one, the Gaucher one. I was there at State.
Yeah. I thought you was at the second.
I mean, I did go, you know, years ago I went to the Hornet Bowl 1. That was, you know, with East Central and Poplarville.
Tony Brown, touchdown, Tony Brown.
Yeah. So I've been to several South State games. I just, again, get more of it here at the headquarters to watch all these games, so I can better maybe describe, you know, to the fans what happened with each game. Now, I didn't watch every game, and some of them Gaucher, they don't stream their games, so I didn't get to watch Van Cleve highlights. Really, I watched Gulfport, Stone, Pascagoula until they really got out of hand score-wise, and I just stopped watching it. Stone was a great game. Ocean Springs was there. Gulfport, you know, Boz, You know, he should have came on here tonight, but
Man,
I know
it's
he's
crazy
I
how
know he was disappointed. You know,
nah,
in
it's just
Gulfport.
crazy how the 1 seed, the 2 seed, and the 3 seed are 6A still alive.
Yes, yeah, that home field advantage. The home
And
field
home field,
advantage.
except George County. That's it, man. But
So I mean, you look at 7A, the 4 games, 3 out of 4, the home team won. The one who didn't was Gulfport, unfortunately. And the 6A, you had Picayune at home, Pascagoula at home, Hattiesburg at home. 3 out of 4 won because George County won on the road. And then 5A, Gaucher at home, Stone at home, Brookhaven at home, and South Jones lost. They were on the road. So 3 out of 4 in each one, the home team, that's where it goes, that home field advantage. Now Gaucher, will put their, going for 20 straight wins at home, including playoffs next week as they bring back Wayne County.
we're gonna BTA.
So, what are some of the comments are saying there, Bingo? I can't unless I hit my phone. I'm trying to look up Gaucher here real quick.
All right, let's see, we got Titus Barrett, one of our weekly favorites. He said, man, his nerves still bad from the Gaucher game. Shit, you and me both, Titus, man. Hey, but you tell Oak Grove, no, you a Starkville. Which one? I don't know which one he be repping, but he be repping one of them schools up there in the Pine Belt. But yeah, they coming to the Pep next week.
And talking about Gaucher, like say they beat Wayne County back on October 18th, and
for homecoming.
31-8, and then they lost Stone. They lost to Stone the following week, Wayne County. But since they beat Laurel, who you're looking at Laurel, not the same Laurel team, 20-6. They beat Van Cleve to get into playoffs, 56-34, and then they beat Jones. So they're playing with confidence coming back to Gaucher. And Gaucher, it might have been good maybe for Gaucher to win, 36-30 instead of by 40. Because that might have, wake them up and say, hey, wait a minute, we got this opportunity. We're the highest ranking team. We feel we're the best team. I feel they're the best team. And it shows ranking wise that, hey, we need to, to take care of this team next week. Not saying Natchez was a horrible team, but
Natchez not a sorry team by a long shot. You seen how they went to battle with Ocean Springs, a 7A powerhouse. So so imagine they in 5A going against a formidable pole, and that Natchez team, that quarterback is pretty good. That young quarterback. So I'm baseline. I'm glad they season over with.
I see Allison there, Metzler, if I'm saying that right. As far as I mentioned about the Picayune player in the very first drive, I think, or so, they brought an ambulance out there, and that was Jacob Nixon, which I'm hoping he is fine. I didn't hear anything. I didn't even know who it was, but I know they brought an ambulance out there, and the game was delayed for a little bit. And I saw the play, and I rewound it and saw the play. I think he's the offensive lineman, I believe, and I don't know exactly what happened. So, but he was down, obviously, bad enough to where ambulance had to come out there. So, we certainly pray and hope that he's fine. We don't want no players hurt in any team in any game. So. But yes, there's a lot of teams that will start basketball season. They've already started, so it will happen. But again,
Columbia,
the Poplarville, Columbia. That was a 21-20 Poplarville. I haven't seen any highlights. I don't know if Keys played. If somebody can post, did Keys play? But regardless, Poplarville's been winning without Keys, the running back sensation. 21-20. Again, their 7th one-score game. They've won 6 out of 7 one-score games. Poplarville. That you doing that. That's something to be said about that. They have injuries just like everybody else, and to go play at Columbia and get that win, that was pretty good there. The only loss that they took for the one-score game when they lost at West Jones 10-7. So congratulations to Poplarville, as Poplarville, where we go here for the 4A bracket. Poplarville. Where's my 4A bracket? That is a 4A bracket.
Yeah, we kept killing the exact same kids. Over.
See,
Well,
he said, Wendell said, what was the record that Loper set for Gula? He had 2 interceptions, 2 pick six returned for touchdowns in the same game, and that is considered a record in Pascagoula.
yes, he. I shared it. Let me see exactly what Pascagoula posted out. It is single game most interceptions for a touchdown, as you just said, tied with Tommy Woodson versus Moss Point in 1970. Jarrett Loper, and he also again.
Who keeps up with that, man? Like, who keeping up with that, bro?
You got to. I keep up with the style. In fact, I need Boz to post here once a season is all done and the trophies are handed out, the season stats, so I can add to the record book, because I started it years ago. I called the state MHS, and said, hey, you guys got a record book for the state? No, we don't. So I found a book I bought, but it only went so far. So I went back through Max Preps. I went back through as far as I can go and post records, not single game records. That's hard to do. Season records. And then I have people saying, hey, so-and-so should be on there. Well, show me some kind of proof, because, I'm just going to let somebody, hey, he got 10 interceptions because I said so. Now you got to show me something, a stat somewhere, newspaper or something like that, to add to the record book. And that will be posted in January. I'll update the record book. So not saying, like I said, this is most interceptions, again, in a game. I don't do single game records, but yeah, it's all about the bingo, that it's about the stats. You go to, that's what I like, is the stats. That was great that I shared that stat, and I see you liked it too. So anyways, what my Admirals, yeah, Boz, I mean, they were down and they came back, had that long pass. Again, I in my write-up, I said, one more season, because they have the running back, if I'm not mistaken, and the quarterback that are juniors. And they did pretty good this year. It was 7-0 at halftime. Petal was leaving 7-0, and then it was tied up at 17 each, and then Petal scored. Excuse me, kicks the field goal. And then, like I said, but that one play was just odd there. Whenever Gulfport recovered it, and they huddled together a few minutes, it seemed like, and said, nah, it's Petal's ball. And the next player, so they scored a touchdown, but there was a flag on Petal. So I don't know. I don't say that was a makeup call or not, but the referees certainly try to do the best that they could. I've never been a referee. Now, I've umpired in a baseball game because umpires weren't there, but like they say, half the people will like you and other people won't like you. So
my boy Josh from Picayune said he think it was Jacob's knee.
Yeah, like I said, I think it was offensive lineman. That's where the play was running to. So you hate to see that or hear that.
Drink some water, Matt. Dang, or something.
No, I'm getting over allergies. I've been coughing for like 6 months, but no, it's bothersome. Anyway, so what we got?
Lorenzo.
Oh, the K9.
Next K1. I like that.
But yeah, the Natchez, but Northwest ranking quarterback went out. So
Poplarville could have scored again. Quarterback went down the 1 yard line.
Oh, I wonder, as like obviously time expired. Then I don't know, but Poplarville wins 21-20, and so like I say, now they will play host to Macomb, who won 42-9 over Northeast Jones. They beat Lawrence 33-0 in the first round. Remember, they're a round ahead to 4A, and even a 2 and 1A. We don't have teams active in 1A, and no teams that even exist in 2A for the coast. But this is the second round for the 4A. But Poplarville at Macomb, and then of course you win there. They'll play Forest or Quitman. Quitman 55-27 over Forest. And I certainly appreciate everybody who was tagging me in the score updates. I mean, from the Talking Ball over there in Picayune, Lanny Mixon, with the Quitman score. I mean, there's a whole list of fans that tag me in the score updates. That is, certainly appreciate that. But yes, so what are you going to do next week, Bingo?
Huh?
What are you going to do? Where do you plan on going next week? You got three. You got your Ocean Springs. You do the coaches thing. You got George County, who you follow. You know, you brought them up media wise and shine the light on them. And then you got your bleeding. I guess blue. What do you have? Gaucher. What? I mean, I know they have color. Is it blue? Is that what we're doing?
We navy blue and gold.
Gold. All right, blue and gold. So you got your three teams you have somewhat connection with. Where are you gonna? George County at Picayune. Of course, Gaucher at home. Ocean Springs at home. Of course, that's where you live at, is by Ocean Springs. You can open up your door and see the lights still out there.
Right.
You know.
Right. Literally, like I'm like 15 minutes from Gaucher High School Stadium and school, and like 20 from Ocean Springs Stadium. And it's like I can go either way, you know. But I got a good thing going for me, man. So, you know, 6-5. I don't know yet. I'll let you know about the week.
Yeah,
I don't know yet.
Yeah, I know. We don't want to put
too
you
early
on.
to tell now, man, because there's gonna be some good games. You know, like
It is.
You know, Pascagoula going up there to Hattiesburg. That's gonna be a good one. George County, Picayune. That's gonna be a day. Picayune got out of there lucky last time, man. So, but I know they are. Coach Stogner his coaching staff. They know how to adjust. They know how to make adjustments. So, but yeah, you see, Jason Brown said Ty Keys had 105-yard rushing and 1 touchdown.
That is awesome for him to come back. He had a collarbone injury at the very beginning of the season, and like you say, had 18 or so carries over the last so many games. But a great game then for Keys. He made an impact. I didn't know how he would be, when you're not playing all season and come in there. That was real good. Yeah, Bingo. Yeah, they almost lost it because you weren't there, Bingo. I don't know.
Man, it's I have to share. I have to shine the light on everybody, man. I can't always get at that one. Everybody know if I could, I'd be at Gaucher every game, man. But I have to. I'm doing God's work, so I have to share the light. I got to share the light with everybody.
Yes, I totally understand that point. Like I say, you got George County going over to Picayune in the rematch.
Man! Somebody chumping. They coming for you, Matthew.
I know Harrison County wasn't a home game. I know that. So I'll go back and look. They've won 19 games in a row right now. So, but yes, that is misleading because the site shows them at home against Harrison Central, and that was not a home game. That was a neutral game. So like I said, they won 4 games. Make that 5 counting tonight. Tonight they have 5 home wins, and then you go back to last year they had 6 home wins, and then that includes the playoffs. And then 2022. As soon as I get it here, they had 7 home wins. So how many is it? So there you go. They had 7 home wins in 2022, and then 2023 they had 6. That's 13, and then tonight they won, beat Pascagoula, Columbia, Wayne County, Laurel, and now Natchez. So that will give them the 19 straight, if I correct my ad right. Anyways, we move on. I'll double check to make sure. Go ahead, Bingo.
What you saying, man?
That's for everybody that lost tonight.
Oh man, let's see. My boy Jason Brown said Really smart play with 1 minute and 56 seconds to go in the fourth. Poplarville at the 12-yard line, and Columbia's players lay down to let us score. Sidney Blackman had the presence of mind to fall on the 1-yard line to run out the clock instead of scoring and giving Columbia the chance to drive the field and score. Good heads up play, Coach Beach.
That is very, yes. Yes, you see that in the NFL a lot. Your fantasy football owners don't like that. And that was the case. That was very smart to run out to not score as they win 21-20. Because if they score and kick a field goal, what they up? 28-20, and then they can come back and score in 2 points. So, man, that is some smart. I mean, Jay Beach over 100 wins at Poplarville. I mean, he's top notch. He's been to the state championship game, and hopefully he'll be able to get a championship. Still, to win all those South State championships, I mean, that's still an achievement there. I know a lot of teams would take that, those South State championship wins.
Right.
So,
baseline for everybody that lost. Go on, get your balls out, man. Go on, start, getting your flow waxed up, getting ready for basketball season. We still playing football over here. You know what I'm saying? Now we got 17 still over here vying for that state championship. Baseline.
Yes, of course, out the teams, who are left. And I've added and double added my the games, and I believe I am stand corrected. It should be their 18th home win tonight. Because, yes, I knew the first game it wasn't at home. So that should be there. But, yes, out the teams that are left, obviously, Picayune is the only team that's won a championship. Ocean Springs, has not won a championship. They've been to the
Ocean Springs and Pascagoula are the only teams that have the farthest they done been other than Picayune to South State. No, Pascagoula went to state, I think, in 2020.
Yes.
Or that was South State.
Well, and Pascagoula had the first perfect season.
No, they went to state in 2020, I think, because it was like a COVID year. And they went to South State or state and played West Jones, if I'm not mistaken.
But I'm saying Pascagoula has a state championship.
Oh yeah, we ain't, man. That.
I thought you were.
Yeah, that's Gaucher's.
Ocean Springs has been to a state championship. They was wide right.
Yeah, my Gators ain't never been. This supposed to be
I
the
know.
year.
Ocean Springs has been to a championship. Obviously, Picayune has. And then, like say, Stone has been to a. I thought I was hearing that baseline. Stone has been to a championship in 1991. They lost to Louisville 6-3. In fact, they went to back-to-back state champ 90 and 91. They have not won a state championship. So, like I say, Pascagoula has, Picayune has, George County has been to the state championship. And again, congratulations, Coach Ray. It's been 7-game losing streak in the playoffs.
Dude's got that win that everybody keep talking about. Man, he ain't never got that signature win yet, man. All right, he got it now. All right, he got
West Jones. Yes, so that was great there. And I know there was a little back and forth on my page when I posted the George County page, giving game updates when they were losing, and somebody had said, he was an overrated 5-star. Until I updated it and saw they were winning, then somebody else, come back. So even if he would have lost, he's not an overrated 5-star. He's pretty good.
Yeah, look, man. I get people all the time. They see me, they be like, "Hey, man, you with George County, yada yada. Hey, man, so tell me about that Deuce Knight kid. Is he really as advertised?" Yes. What do you mean? They don't just be giving 5 stars away like that, man. What are you talking about? This is the first kid in Mississippi athletic history to receive an NIL deal. Come on, man. This man is like that. What are y'all talking about? What have y'all been watching? Look at the intangible. Look at the everything. The man is it. He's him.
Yes. And like I said, I haven't seen highlights of the game, so I'm not sure exactly how it it went down. But I saw a play, but I'm sure he had a lot to do with it.
He do
and his teammates. I mean,
he threw a touchdown pass to DJ McNair. He ran one, like, bro. He do tonight, bro. He did what 5 stars do. They take over the game.
Yes, at West Jones. So that I know West Jones.
That's a hard place to win.
It is, and so it is. That is very hard to win there.
So my boy Lorenzo, he said 2020 Gula went South State, and they lost in the point. I remember that Keelan Parnell was quarterback then, and they went to South State that year and lost to West Jones.
Yeah, I remember watching that game. It was raining.
Yeah, it was raining bad that game, man.
I wasn't there. I was watching on live stream, but
yeah, I was there. It was in Gula, I think.
Yes, yes, it was. That was the year they won that COVID, that forfeit, that first.
Hey, folks were talking about Gula, talking about, man, they got I wouldn't give 2 flying. Give me that championship however I can get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I'd have had that COVID ring on just like Ric Flair holding them foes up, man. Showing it off.
That's actually like a video game.
Yes.
My boy Mike Wayne Yarborough, he said, much thanks to you guys for the work y'all put in. Coach Football got something to say. You darn right, Mike. We do. You don't find this type of coverage nowhere else but here on the Mississippi Gulf Coast.
Yes. I don't think too many other places have it, so we'll be glad to. And Bingo Media leading the way, so.
We're doing this together. See, when bosses work together, they collaborate. You know what I'm saying? We collaborate. When you get to a certain level, you collab. Like you bring what you got together and you work together. Now look at us, man.
I was just waiting for somebody to come along, my old self. When I started the page in 2010, when I do those flashbacks, people look back like, man, you've been this long? Yeah, I've been doing this long. I mean, Wayne does help there on the page, but the stats and everything. I mean, we have the voters for the poll, but as far as stats, I do it all. I take the time. Luckily, my real job, I'm able to do some research there to come up with these stats. I like the unique stats. Yeah. So, but yes, I was trying to post the brackets or do the brackets so I could post on the page so everybody will know. I know a lot of people are on their way home. Heck, George County is still probably on the way home up there from So.
No, man.
They're back?
Yeah, they should be back now because I've been texting Coach Ray.
Okay.
Because that's how I found out they had Picayune next week.
Did he go to Waffle House?
Oh, that's only a home game.
Oh, I thought they might have a.
They going to the Sonic tonight.
Oh, is it the Sonic?
They going to the Sonic, man.
So yeah, I was doing up George County, Picayune, Pascagoula at Hattiesburg. That's the Final Four. And hopefully it certainly is. And of course, as long as Gaucher's in it, they will host the South State. So that's 6A. That's what I'm putting up now, fixing a post on the Facebook page.
Who you got tonight, Tyson or Paul, Mike?
Oh, Tyson is not going to lose. I mean, he's not going to get knocked out. In fact, I'm updating my Netflix because it stops every time I'm off of it. It's on the computer. They were talking to Shaq, but now it's Tyson, man. I used his name last week as far as a puncher's chance, and about him and Buster Douglas. I watched all those Tysons fight, but now it's not up. That's what people are complaining because it's on Netflix and it's dragging. It's dragging.
Yeah.
So
they didn't think this one through.
So I'm just typing up the. So Oak Grove, Ocean Springs, Petal at Brandon. Again, Ocean Springs will host as long as they win. George County at Picayune, Pascagoula at Hattiesburg in the 6A. I thought there was some 5A. You're gonna have Stone. You're gonna have Wayne County, a rematch. Wayne County at Goshen, and then you're gonna have Stone at Brookhaven, and that'll be a pretty game. That'd be nice if Stone can win. Well, truly, hopefully
That's
they
great.
can.
That's Stone and Brookhaven and Goshen Wayne County is your South State 5A possibilities, man.
That would. Like I said, there's been a couple coach teams that make it to state champion.
We going, man. I'm telling you, Goshen is going. We're gonna win that thing, man.
Oh, I feel that. I said if you watch one of my videos from months past, I feel Goshen. I feel Pascagoula too. But I know Picayune's there. But I feel, but then you got Hattiesburg. That's we're undefeated.
Yeah, I dig it. Oh, yeah.
So
This is the year of the Eagles.
oh yeah, Goshen will be on that Friday night. Where 7A Ocean Springs will be Thursday night, and Picayune. I think I have it right. Picayune will be Saturday night, 6A. Picayune or George County or Pascagoula.
So Goshen. Hey man, ain't that some junk? My daughter, she having a holiday play on that Friday.
Friday the 6th.
Yeah, I think she'll understand if Daddy ain't there.
Yeah, I of course took off. I take off every year. First day I take off, first Friday in December. So, but then now you have to take off Thursday and Friday because Thursday with the.
I'm just gonna drive up there and ride back home, man.
Oh yes. You don't stay up there. Yeah, we just drive back home. So, but yes, I'm fixing to post. Post the matchups, which I just went over for everybody. Is there any other questions before we? Like I say, I know fans are, especially ones that won. I mean, you hyped up, and you don't want this night to end. You want to, to go with it. Hey, we get Coach. Could have got Coach Bramlett on there. I know he's, again, the first playoff win for a couple of them. Like I say, Coach Adcock with Stone, his first playoff win. So, but I'm fixing to post this, and we should be able to do it. A live stream, be it next week.
I ain't been able to get up and do them Saturday morning pop. Remember we were doing them Saturday mornings last year? I ain't been able to. My daughter, if it ain't my daughter having a volleyball game or my son having a flag football game, like his dad stuff don't start, man. And I'm their coach for their team, so it don't stop.
True. Like I said, life, sometimes gets in the way of this what we enjoy. So I'm glad that we come along, that we cross paths. So like I say, I just was out there, I'm not saying I'm the only one, but since 2010 when I did this page and on Twitter, and now I'm looking on X and I see James Spann, JS2 or 3. He's interviewing or did interview, obviously, Coach Sims with Pascagoula. So I'm gonna post that. So I'll have to listen to that, not right now because I'm on here with you, but
yeah.
But yeah, I'm fixing to post on X what I just sent out or will send out.
I hope so, bro.
So, any other questions on there?
No.
Before I hate to sign on. I know we go. I appreciate the fans. I'm telling you, the fans. Especially on Facebook and on X. For tagging, the scores, for posting the scores, because I can't, it certainly does help. It certainly does help me. So,
yeah. Now we hitting the hour, so we had our link, man. We can go.
And even the guys on the replay, I'll share this tomorrow, this broadcast. So But yeah, it's just the excitement of it. Playoffs, there are losers, unfortunately, but out of the 14, 13 teams, 14 teams, 13 could make it through, and we had 7 of the 13 possible that could go through, made it through. Again, that happened to be losers was D'Iberville, Biloxi, and you made the playoffs. So I hate to say losers, but they lost. D'Iberville, Biloxi. You had Hancock losing, and Van Cleve losing, Gulfport. Yes, Gulfport, Biloxi, D'Iberville, Hancock, Van Cleve, PRC lost this week, of course. As mentioned earlier, don't forget Bay High, who was in the playoffs. They're looking for a new head coach.
Yeah, Bay High, Pass Christian.
Pass Christian lost last week, and St. Stanislaus. So
Resurrection didn't make the playoffs.
They didn't make the playoffs. Yeah. So yes, it's a good time.
We got too many teams on the coast, man. We got to start getting rid of some of these teams. It's too many. Why we got 24 high schools on the coast, man? They had like the coast.
We got 25.
We got 24.
Greene County, you said we got Greene.
Oh yeah, we do. That's the case. We got 26 then, man.
We got Christian Academy.
Yeah, we forget about them. We don't never cover them boys.
I know. I share their I follow them on Facebook, and I share their what they post out. But yeah, they're the
8-man team.
8-man team. I was gonna say 8-man team. So yes, we do have. There's a lot of teams there. So certainly appreciate, it's from us fans. Bengals, I'm a fan, out here for all the fans. So we certainly appreciate everybody's input. And hey, just because we're going to sign off, we'll still have, a lot, this weekend, with the stat and just and some highlights and just a little bit of everything. So if you're ready to sign off, Bingo, or you want to?
Oh yeah, we
go.
Good. I got it. This is Bingo. You signing off? We signing off?
Yeah. Tyson is coming out to the ring.
All right, let's get it, man. This is Seneca Hampton. That's my boy Matt Stats. We're signing out. We'll see y'all next week for what we got.
I was pointing you. Yeah, there you go.
There we go. So we got still round 2 and 3 of the Mississippi High School Athletic Association playoffs next Friday. I don't know who we got in round 3 still. Poplarville
in round 3. So everybody now is a game away from South State. You want to be playing Thanksgiving, and Thanksgiving's in 2 weeks. So you win next week, you go to South State. That's a big deal to be practicing during Thanksgiving week to make it to South State. And then you win that game, we're going to USM. Look,
so just think, this is the same kind of scenario as it was 2 years ago in 5A when we had Picayune and Goshen. We had 2 coast teams playing each other in South State. 4A, we had 2 coast teams playing each other with Stone was in South State against Mendenhall. Ocean Springs was in South State. Goshen and Picayune was in South State. So we had 6 teams, I think, or 5 teams or something like that in South State in 2022. Not South State. Yeah, it was South State.
Was it?
South State. All of them was in South State 2 years ago.
Yes. Yeah. So we're gonna get somebody back there.
All right, then, y'all.
Knock them out. All right. We're
all
out.
Right, fellas. We'll see y'all in. Y'all make sure y'all share the live, share the feed, put it out there in the algorithm for everybody to see. This is Bingo Media. This is the platform for our people, for us here, right here on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. We try to use this platform to be seen, heard, and noticed, and make sure everybody have a chance to get their opinion across. Not your point, your opinion across. So that's my boy Matt. Yeah, that's Matt Stats. I'm
That's Bingo.
Hampton. Yeah, and we out.
We out. Stats out.
Stats out.
Seneca Hampton, where you at, boss?